A 4-year-old girl sat down at a flight simulator, started pressing buttons, playing astronaut, and accidentally broke NASA. Her name was Lauren. Her mother was Margaret Hamilton, a mathematician working at MIT in the early 1960s, one of the only women in the building, writing code for something nobody had a name for yet. Software wasn't a real profession. It was considered clerical work. The real engineers built rockets, things you could touch, things you could see. Margaret built logic. She had a young daughter and a relentless job, so Lauren came to the lab on nights and weekends. While her mother wrote code, Lauren played among the machines. One evening, she crashed the simulator mid-flight. She'd hit P01, a pre-launch sequence, while the simulation was already airborne. Margaret stared at the screen and asked a question nobody had thought to ask. What if an astronaut does that during a real mission? She brought it to NASA. Their answer was instant. Astronauts are the best trained humans on Earth. This won't happen. Margaret didn't argue. She added a warning note to the code and waited. She didn't have to wait long. On Apollo 8, the first manned mission to orbit the moon, astronaut Jim Lovell made the exact same mistake. The spacecraft's navigation data vanished. They called Margaret in the middle of the night. It took 9 hours to fix. "It's the Lauren bug," she said, laughing. After that, they let her build the safeguard. She went further, designing software that could think under pressure. If the computer got overwhelmed, her system would detect it, prioritize what mattered, and drop everything else. Intelligent, autonomous, built to survive chaos. She called the whole discipline software engineering, not programming, not coding, engineering. July 20th, 1969, Apollo 11, lunar descent, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin dropping toward the moon's surface. And then, alarms. 1202, 1202. The computer was drowning in data. Mission control went silent. Margaret's code did exactly what she designed it to do. It detected the overload. It kept every critical function alive. 3 words came through the static. Go for landing. Minutes later, a human stepped onto another world. Back at MIT, someone took a photograph. Margaret Hamilton standing next to the printed code for the Apollo guidance computer. The stack of paper was taller than she was. She was smiling. For decades, her name stayed inside engineering circles, invisible to almost everyone else. In 2016, 47 years later, President Obama placed the Presidential Medal of Freedom around her neck. She was a mathematician who brought her daughter to work because the hours never stopped. That daughter pressed the wrong buttons, and that mistake built the software that made the moon landing possible. The best systems aren't the ones that never fail. They're the ones that know exactly what to do when everything goes wrong. That's Margaret Hamilton.